we're so alone. We've been waiting for this time to begin. We ain't getting any older. I kinda feel a little younger. Run away and embrace the day. The sun is out, won't go away. Feel the clouds on your shoulder. Touch the sky, feeling bolder. Going out, going out, going all the way. Going high, yeah, yeah, high, yeah, yeah. Going out, going out, going all the way. Going high, going all the way. Going up, going all the way. Going up, going all the way. Going higher. Break the mold, then press repeat. Get 'em up, get 'em up on the edge of their seats. Set your aim a little higher. We're gonna go, gonna go, gonna go there. Going up, going out, going all the way. Going high, yeah, yeah, high, yeah, yeah. Going up, going out, going all the way. Going higher. Going all the way, going up, going all the way. Going up, going all the way. Going Going up, going out, going all the way. Going high, yeah, yeah, high, yeah, yeah. Going up, going out, going all the way. Going higher. Going all the way, going up, going all the way. Going up, going all the way. Going higher.
Good morning, church family. This is on, right? Can you hear me? Okay. So this was our James Project mission trip that our YoungNC crew took 2 weeks ago. There were 14 YoungNC students who went on this trip. There were also some YoungNC graduates. I believe there were 8 of them who went on this trip. And then we had our YoungNC director, Julian Jennings, overseeing the whole thing. So it was very unique in the sense of, this has happened before, but this trip is unique in the sense of, as you know, through our Kingdom Builders initiative, we are investing, part of that is investing in future leaders. And so this trip, you had multiple layers. You had our YoungNC students who are still in high school, you had our YoungNC graduates who are in college, and then you had the old guy here who was leading the whole thing. So we're going to turn it over to Julian, and he's going to tell us what James Project actually is, for those of you who do not know.
So James Project is my first time going on this trip, and okay, there it is. Okay, now I hear myself. I was apparently in the band's ears. That was it. So James Project is my first time going. I'll explain a little bit about what it is. The camp is called Arrowhead Bible Camp, and they host a special needs adults camp at their facilities called Shepherd's Camp. And so what we do is we go down and we actually support the team there that runs the camp. So myself and the students, we are actually taking care of these campers, the special needs adults. They have counselors that each have about 5 campers throughout the day and the night, and they take care of them. They know what they have for dinner, what they have for food. So they do all the management of the particular campers. And then they have staff there that cooks, and they have staff there that runs games and overseeing staff. So basically our job is to go in there and support those teams. So we break our team up into a support team for the prep food. We will clean all the dishes. We will clean up after all of the campers. We have food as well, so we actually clean up for ourselves. We clean up for the staff that eats. That's one kind of crew. And then the other support crew primarily cleans the bathrooms. That's including the campers' bathrooms, our bathrooms, the showers, and the whole thing runs on a schedule. So we get up 7:30, we start prep, we help with the food, we do the bathrooms during the meals, so that's about 3 times a day we do that. And that's the main kind of workflow for the camp. In between, we get to interact with the campers when they have free time. You saw some singing. They have a chapel time where they do some singing, and they do a message. The message is a skit. So they had a kind of a news kind of theme where they would interview people from the Bible, and we were able to have myself or some of the other teammates come up and actually be a Bible character and do a skit, which helps the campers kind of relate to the actual Word of God. So that's kind of the setting of what we do at the camp. And what else we get to do when we go down there is we have free time. So like I said, when we're not working, we can interact with the campers. They have facilities there where usually during like 1 to 2:30, the campers actually go to their rooms and sleep. So we got time to hang out by the lake, do some free time, and then the campers go to bed at 8, and that's when I got to stay up way too late with the kids and play. We did a volleyball tournament, we did 9 square, we did a pickleball tournament, so a lot of extra time in between where we got to do that. The other thing we're able to do is we did special projects where usually we have like a works team that does like outdoor work, but this time we actually got 2 special projects. One was you saw them shearing sheep. Randomly, the guy who runs the camp said, you got 2 guys that can help wrangle some sheep. And so, of course, I sent Caleb and Jonathan, 2 strong, capable boys to go and wrangle sheep. I thought they were just going to be, like, herding sheep from the fields, but apparently they were actually, like, wrestling these sheep down to be sheared. So that was for the community. That was a neighbor. This camp does a lot for this area. So it was actually a neighbor that asked for help, so we were able to send 2 people. The following day, this was really crazy. He said the county called him, and there was a fire in a low-income housing. These 35 families are homeless or low-income housing, and apparently somebody set fire to this housing, and unfortunately actually claimed the life of a family of 5 and 2 other adults, and displaced all of these families. And so the county was trying to find housing for them. They were able to find housing, and they actually had a family donate an entire house of furniture to whoever needed it, but they could find nobody to actually move the furniture on the day it needed to be moved. So somehow this person called this person, ended up calling Arrowhead. Do you have anybody there that can help move furniture? And so Ben came to me. He's like, you mind doing this? I'm like, I got a van of 12. I can take 12 people. So we rolled 12 capable students and myself and Matt McDonald, the extra muscle, to go help move this furniture. So we were able to move the heaviest known furniture. This was like old school, hardwood, non-IKEA furniture that hadn't been moved, for the last 40 years into some housing. And so it was a really good opportunity to kind of spontaneously be available, help somebody in need that we don't know who they are. We'll probably never meet them again. But we were able to help this family. The one family we were able to help, he actually lost his sister in the fire. So, these people didn't have anything. They lost whatever small amount they had. And we were able to kind of step in and help. So it was a really awesome opportunity to have the kids, they had to give up their free time to go and do this. And it was a great thing. So that's kind of the James Project overlay of what we did.
Nice. So here we also have Jefferson Isak. He, as you saw, he was one of the ones dancing on the video, and also one of our YoungNC students. And then we also have Caleb Williams, who is one of the YoungNC graduates, so in college currently, but came back. So we'll start with Jefferson here. Jefferson, give us one favorite memory or funny memory, and then also tell us why you believe it's important. What actually compels you to go and be part of this mission?
Yeah, so I was in the back. There was chapel going on, and me and Will, one of the graduates, we found this guy's, one of the campers' drawings all in the back. They were like these Crayola crayon, like little colored drawings. And they were really interesting to us because they weren't just like, like little kid drawings. It's just scribbles all over the page, whatever. And this guy, he had just blank sheets of paper, and he just kind of like filled in areas of it, but it made this I've never seen something like this before. It was like, sometimes it had weird people in it. Sometimes it was like, it made sense, but it didn't at the same time. I was like trying to remember a dream is what these pictures looked like. It was really odd. So me and Will just like were back there for like half an hour looking through all of his drawings, because this guy was like, every time we walked through the main area, he was just drawing here. So we actually decided to look at what he's doing. It was something, I've never seen something like that before. It was really cool. Kind of showed me into his mind a little bit.
And then what compels you to go on this missions trip, Jefferson?
Of course I like to do all the serving, like helping out there. I mean, we have a pretty big crew, but it feels like very meaningful work. But also I really like the perspective it gives me on everything. That I get to, like, I see how much these campers with some kind of disability of whatever means love Jesus so much. Sometimes more than I think I do myself. Like, it's crazy. These people's faith are incredible. And when you get to know them, you really get to see that. Like, that's something I wouldn't just walk around my normal day thinking, like, oh, I wonder if, like, I get to experience that at the camp. And I think it gives all of us that kind of perspective that God is really working here among these people just as much as he's working among us.
That's great. All right, Caleb, you're next. So as a YoungNC graduate, what keeps you coming back to James Project every year? And also, don't forget a funny or favorite memory.
Yeah, no, I'll start with my favorite. I mean, I know we talked about it, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the sheep wrangling again. I don't think you guys quite understand what was going on. It was 2.5 hours of gripping wool as hard as you possibly can with like bucking broncos of sheep. It was wild. We were sweaty. It was ridiculous, and we smelled like sheep. But I mean, that's one of my better stories, I think, for the rest of my life, probably. In terms of what keeps me going, I mean, this is my 7th year. I know we had Jonathan. This was his 9th year, so we've been going for a long time. Obviously, it's a chance for us college students to come back and see each other again because we're out of town or we don't get to see each other often. So it's good to reconvene, and then it's really special to have an opportunity not just to catch up with each other, but to serve with each other. I think there's fellowship that can be grown there, and that's really nice. And also to watch the students. There was a moment where we looked at them and we said, "This isn't our trip anymore. It's not." And I'm thankful that I got to go, but we get to watch this new generation come up and serve. And I certainly went to bed earlier than them, definitely. But we still got a nice chance to connect with the students. And we were a team, even though it could have been like a hierarchy of the older guys who all go to bed early and they're lame, and the younger guys who go nuts and stuff. It was nice to just be a team and be there to serve. We all had a common goal. And the students killed it. I mean, they did a great job serving. Yeah. You could tell that their hearts, their attitudes were in the right place, and they interacted with the campers great. And that's what we're there for, is the campers. So it's great to see the campers and witness what God has created. Like Jefferson said, it puts into perspective that everything about these campers is special. They have something special about them, and they can contribute to who you are. And I've been moved. All my 7 years I've met a camper, and it's like, whoa! Like, it puts in perspective how strong their faith is, what they have in them that God gave them that makes them special. It makes you rethink how you see the world around you when you're not in a vacuum of camp like that. So, yeah.
I love that. Did you want to say something?
No.
Okay. One of the things I hope that our students take away from this is that you don't have to travel very far to find a need. We have needs all around us every single day, and if we just have that perspective of, God, use me, how can I help, where can I help? They only traveled an hour and a half, but we have those needs right here in our own church family, and so I do want to put a plug in for our families here at North Central who have children with special needs. Right here in our own church family, we have a need that any one of you could step up and say, I'm going to be that kid's buddy today in Kids Central. Play with them, come alongside them, see the things they get to draw, see the joy on their faces as they learn about Jesus. So I would be remiss without mentioning that, but hopefully that is something our kids catch. We have needs all around us every day in our workplaces, in college, in our homes, in our neighborhoods all around us. So this is something special our YoungNC crew gets to do, and we are so thankful we get to do it.